here from my great challenge. Welcome back to another episode of Anyone Can Quilt, and I made a big mistake last week. Last week I told you you needed 12 of the 9 patch, and let me have one of those. This one were mess ups. I told you needed 12 of those. You actually needed 16. I can't count. It's terrible. Anyway, so what are we doing today? If you're quilting along with me, you're stuck now because you have to make 4 more. So you can't keep going and get to where I'm at now. But that's okay. It doesn't take that long to make another 4, and I'm really, really sorry about that. So today we are assembling a quilt top, and I'm going to show you. I gotta put it in the right order, and I believe this is the right order. Right, here we go. Today we're doing this. We're assembling the top. Now mine is not perfect. You'll see that some squares are not you know, matching here and there, but that's okay. I'm learning, and I'm hoping you're learning alongside of me. So let me show you how to do this. It's so big I can't even fit it in the camera. Let me show you how to do this based on what we've done so far. So remember, you need 16 of the 9 square patch, and you need 5 of the maple leaves, and all of the instructions on how to do these are in the series, so refer to that down below or at the end. Okay, so let's get started, you guys. So we are ready to assemble this table runner. Remember, we still have to do the border and then the applique, but I'm going to show you another picture of what the original looks like. So if you remember when we started this, I've decided to do mostly orange and yellow tone instead of all of those blue and gray tone on tone. And then for the maple leaves, I did a little bit of a mix of different color. I have some orange one, I have some purple ones, and I have some green ones. Okay, so we're going to assemble this part right here, and next week we'll do the little border here, the large border, and then we'll do the applique for the branch. And then in the video after that, which is probably going to be before next week, because the week after that is the day before Thanksgiving, and I want this for Thanksgiving table. So this weekend, or the weekend after, the weekend before, so the weekend before Thanksgiving, what I'll do is that I'll do the quilting, and I'll have another video for you guys ahead of time, so you have time to finish it if you are quilting along with me. So what we're going to do right now is assemble this entire middle part here. And again, I'm sorry. I apologize for missing out on the accurate number of 9 patches. You actually need 16 of those, not 12, and that is my fault, and I'm really embarrassed about that. But you'll find out real soon when you're quilting that you're going to make mistakes like this. These are regular rookie mistakes. So here is the assembly diagram right here. And again, instead of doing let's look at this one. Instead of doing like we usually do for quilting, where we do the top row and then from left to right, and then we do the second row and the third row, and then we assemble them, we're going to do columns this time around. So we're going to assemble it vertically, 1 row at a time, and it's easier that way because you only have 3 blocks to assemble. Then you assemble 3, then another 3, and then you assemble this column here, or this row, with this one, this one, this one. You understand, right? I'm sorry, the dogs are coming downstairs, so that's what you're hearing right now. So let's start by assembling our first row, and this one requires 1 maple leaf and 2 of the 9 patch blocks, and that would be this one right here. So we need 1 maple leaf and 2 9 patch. So for this one, what I'm going to do is use the purple that I have right there, and you're basically going to assemble it this way. You have 1 of the maple leaf that's looking upward that way, and then you have 1 9 patch and another 9 patch. Now you see how those 9 patch here are the same color. So what I'm going to do is just flip it. Oh, but no, these ones are the same. So what happens if I flip it again? They're the same here and here. So yep, this is what I'm going to do. Sometimes it's going to happen where they match, and that's okay, not a problem. So first row, very easy, like we do in everything in quilting. We're going to take this one, put it right here. Make sure they line up with each other, and we're going to do a 1/4 of an inch seam here. And then you're going to open that up again. You're going to place this one here, and we're going to do a 1/4 of an inch seam right there. So let me get to the machine, and I'm going to assemble this first row. So here we go. I have my leaf and my first 9 patch. I'm going to just place them on top of each other right here. I want to make sure the leaf is pointing in the right direction. Flip that over. All right, and same thing as usual, you want to make sure that your seams match, right? Remember, we're only using 2.5 by 2.5 squares. So technically, all of your seams should match, regardless of whether you're doing a 9 patch against a maple leaf or a 9 patch against another 9 patch. And just go ahead and press your foot down. We're doing a 1/4 of an inch seam, and my stitch length is 2.5. So I'm doing a little bit forward, and I'm just going to do a little bit backward. And I'm doing this because now that I'm assembling my quilt, I want to make sure that everything stays together, okay? And off we go. Go back a little bit and forward. And we have the first one. Here's the second one, the one that goes at the bottom. I have threads everywhere, and nope. I'm going to see which way I'm going. Nope. Nope. Yes, I'm going to do that. Doesn't matter. You can have them match if you want. It's your quilt. You do whatever you want. Making sure that my seams are matching. Let's go in. Couple of stitch forward, backward, and here we go. Remember, I'm at a 1/4 of an inch seam. And we have our first row, so let's look at it. And this is row number 1, you guys. Okay, so I'm not going to demo how to assemble all of the rows because this video would be an hour long. But eventually what you end up doing is doing every single one of the rows, and I'm going to show you how to assemble them, but I'm just not going to show you how I sew them together. And then you just press, you know, making sure that all your seam are nice and flat, right? And then don't worry about trimming yet. We're not doing that, okay? So let me show you how to assemble row number 2, because this is 1, all right? And row number 2 is going to be 3 9 patch back to back, okay? So let me see. Nope. We're gonna do this here. I'm trying to have them not match all that much, okay? And then here we're gonna do this, okay? So that's gonna be row number 2. You need 3 of your 9 patch. So let me put that together, and then I'll show you the rest of the rows, and then we assemble the entire top. All right, so this is row number 2. So now we have 2 rows, and eventually they're going to be attached together. So let's put that to the side. Moving on to row number 3. Number 3, you're going to start with a 9 patch on the top, followed by another 9 patch. I'm going to do this. And at the bottom, we're going to put one of our maple leaves, and this one is going facing down. Okay, so remember the first one was facing up this way, this one is facing down. I don't know if I'm in the right position for the camera. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be inverted for you guys, but you get an idea of what I mean. Okay, so this one is facing towards the left and it's facing down. The other one was facing towards the left and facing, oop, I got my lamp right here, facing up. All right, so same thing. We're gonna sew this one here and this one there, and that would be row number 3. And here we go, this is row number 3, putting it to the side. Let's move on to row number 4, and it's a repeat of 2, so it's basically 3, 9 patch. Okay, so again, you want to play around with them, do whatever you want with, no, I think I had it right the first time around. Okay, doesn't really matter, but I just want to make them, you know, look kind of nice. Okay, so let's do that for this one. Put them together. I'll be right back to show you what row number 5 looks like. And here's number 4. All right, and again, I have not pressed them yet, so let's put that to the side. Row number 5 is going to be a sandwich. I'm going to take a green leaf, and you have 1 9 patch on the top, 1 leaf here in the middle. This one is going towards the right, pointing down, and then you have 1 patch here. And again, I'm trying to make sure that the colors don't, yep, here we go. All right, so same thing, we're going to sew this one here at 1/4 inch, and then this one here at 1/4 inch. I'll be right back to show you row number 6. And here we go, row number 6. We're starting with 2, like this. So we're gonna do 2 of the 9 patch, and we're gonna do 1 of the leaves, and this one is gonna go pointing down towards the left. Okay, so that's that, and then might as well just show you the next row because that's the last one. And the last one, we have 1 leaf going towards the right and up, and then we'll finish that off with 2 of the 9 patch. I'm gonna switch it to this. Okay, so again, we do this one first and then this one. So this is row number 6 and row number 7. And here is my 7th row. Okay, so before I start assembling everything, I'm just going to go ahead and press them really, really good. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is line them up like this, because they're not all going to be perfect. All right, so once I'm pressed and I'm ready to line them up, what I'll do is that, and I'll show you, but I'll take my big ruler like this, and I will basically trim out everything that is coming off, like right here and right here. So that way, when I'm ready to assemble all of my bands, every single one of them is going to have a straight edge. Okay, so I'll do that on one side, and then I'll do that on the other. So let me just go ahead and press them, and I'm going to press them pretty much following the natural seam, the way they are right now. So I'm going to press this flat, flat here, flat, flat, right? And then make sure I really, really press them this way as well. Okay, all pressed. So now let me square this off. I'm going to show you how to do one of them, and then we'll do all of them. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over because it's going to be easier for me. So you want to corner it here, right? You follow the line, and then you make it flat. Okay, and I can see that this one is going to be off by a lot at the bottom, and that's all right. Then you want to follow the line here and here, and you're going to press this, and you trim off every excess that you have. Now, if you're good at quilting, you shouldn't have a lot, but you're always gonna have some. Why? Because fabric shifts. All right, so we're getting rid of all of that. Now, this is nice and straight. So when I put the next one, since I'm going to square it off too, the next one is going to be nice and straight. So I don't have to worry about shifting fabric, which you really shouldn't have to do if you've cut things properly. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to line it up here at the bottom, because now I have a straight line. And this one is not good at all. Look, I'm missing all of this, so I'm going to have to adjust it. I'm going to cut a little bit here. So that happens, obviously either I didn't keep a seam at 1/4 of an inch, or the fabric really shifted. Okay, I'm ready to assemble it. So we're going to start by using row number 1, which is this one here, okay, and row number 2 is a full row of nothing but 9 square or 9 patch. So this is row 1 and 2, and all you're going to do is basically take 2, put it over 1 like this, and you're going to sew everything at 1/4 of an inch seam, right? And then you'll do the same thing with all the other rows. So again, this is row 1. Row 2 is a full row of, just recapping for you, okay? Row 2 is all of the squares. Row number 3 is the leaf going down towards the left. Row number 4 is all 9 patch like this. Row number 5 is the one that has the leaf going down towards the left and in the middle. Row number 6 is the one that has the leaf at the bottom going this way and down, and row number 7 is the one that has the leaf going up towards the right. Okay, so you just basically do the same thing. This is 7 and this is 6, right? So you'll have your whole top here on this side, and then the last one you just put it this way and you just sew at 1/4 of an inch seam. Okay. Okay, so that's it. I am done with my top, and to be honest, I don't even know if I'm showing it to you in the right position. I'm trying to see this one on top and that. Oh yeah, all right, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this is it. So what are we gonna do next week? Next week I'm going to show you how to do the branch that goes right here, and then we'll do the border, and then in the video all of that before Thanksgiving, because that is a Thanksgiving tabletop. We'll do the actual quilting. So again, next week we're doing the border. So for the border for this particular quilt, they're using something that is brown, and they're using a large green and a small brown, and the branch of course is in brown. So I have to go and get the fabric, but until then I say good night. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. We're not done, we're almost done. This was the hardest part, I think, for this particular quilt. So yeah, I like it. I think it looks nice. It's not perfect, but I like it. And perfection is something you thrive for, not something that you are. I had a boss tell me that many years ago, and that is so true. I love quilting. I hope you do too. I hope you enjoy doing it with me and quilt along. And if you do, give me a big thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner if you're brand new to this channel. Please check out my other videos. Quilting is fairly new to me on this channel. Most of my videos are pretty much cleaning and DIY and some cooking and some beauty stuff, but it's mostly cleaning and organizing and DIY. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I'm loving it.